Welcome to the offseason. It's time to find out who your team is going to sign. I have the 40 biggest free agents on the market. Where are they going to go? Let's find out.
Shout out to everyone on here. If you want to see your name on here, link is down in the description.
Alright, what's going on, guys? It's been a beautiful day so far. Welcome back to another MLB video on the channel. If you guys have not already, hit the subscribe button down below. More baseball content for you guys as we roll into the offseason. But as I mentioned, the 40 biggest free agents, at least in my opinion, let's find out where they land. Let's get into it.
Shortstop Carlos Correa, Detroit Tigers. Starting off with possibly the biggest free agent on the market, wants to be the franchise guy. He'd also be reuniting with manager AJ Hinch. The Tigers have shown they're trying to win in 2022. This is a big blockbuster move they make to compete for years to come. Paver Baez, the Los Angeles Angels. Some very desperate team is going to overpay for Baez. He's a good player, but he's not going to be worth whatever he gets this offseason. The Angels actually do need a second baseman / shortstop, and Baez might be their guy. And don't worry, they'll add their pitching. We'll get to that later. First baseman Freeman re-signs with the Atlanta Braves. Atlanta just won the World Series, and Freeman does not want to play anywhere else. He's going to want the money he deserves, but he might take a very small pay cut to stay with Atlanta. Seeger, New York Yankees. The Yankees are rumored to be after all the free agent shortstops, so I'll be shocked if they don't actually get one considering they're the Yankees. Could be Story, could be Correa, who knows, but I went with the lefty who's coming off a career year and would benefit a ton with that short porch and right. First of a few big free agents the Yankees will go after. Left-hand starter, Robbie Ray, re-signs with the Blue Jays. He's coming off a Cy Young caliber year, and the Blue Jays, who are already kind of thin in the rotation, definitely won't want to lose his arm to pair along with Ryu, Manoah, and Barrios. Outfielder Eduardo re-signs with the Atlanta Braves. The NLCS MVP had a bad start to his season in Cleveland, but found something in Atlanta and was a huge part of their title run. They both won't want to lose each other. Shortstop Trevor Story, the Cardinals. The St. Louis Cardinals need a shortstop, and Trevor Story wants a new team. He could be on a playoff contender for the first time in 4 years, while joining his friend Nolan Arenado on the left side of the Cardinals infield. Third baseman / outfielder Bryant, the New York Mets. The Mets were a huge player for Bryant at the deadline, but were outbid by the Giants. Now they have another chance to get him, and they have an open spot at third base and plenty in the outfield. I'm feeling good that the Mets are either going to re-sign Javier Baez to play second base or to go and sign Bryant this offseason. Kevin Gausman re-signs with the Giants. He's coming off his first All-Star appearance in the best year of his career. He found something in San Francisco, and he won't want to lose it, while the Giants won't want to lose their ace. Starting pitcher Marcus Stroman, the Los Angeles Angels. Here's the pitching I was talking about earlier. They go and finally get a very good pitcher by taking him away from the Mets. But will just Stroh and Ohtani be enough? Starter Max Scherzer, the St. Louis Cardinals. St. Louis is getting Flaherty back after an injury-riddled 2021, and it's hard to count on 40-year-old Adam Wainwright. They know they're going to need another starter. Max Scherzer is also from Missouri, so it can make sense for both sides. Catcher Manny Pena, aka the Pineapple Express, the Marlins. The Marlins are going to add a catcher this offseason. Might be Yan Gomes, might be someone else via trade, but Manny Pena is the top catcher in the free agent market, and it might pay a little extra to land him in Miami. First baseman Brandon Belt re-signs with the Giants. His last 2 seasons have been incredible, and the Giants don't want to lose one of their big bats as they try to defend their division crown in 2022. First baseman Anthony Rizzo re-signs with the Yankees. The Yankees have a big decision to make this offseason. Let Rizzo walk and start Luke Voit, or re-sign Rizzo and trade Voit. They can't keep both. Rizzo seemed to really like the Bronx, and I predict he re-signs there. Second baseman Marcus Simeon, the Chicago White Sox. After trading Nick Madrigal at the deadline and declining Cesar Hernandez's option, the South Side will be looking for a new second baseman. They've shown they're more than willing to spend money. Now they go and get the best second baseman on the market. Third baseman Kyle Seeger, the Yankees. I know this isn't the prettiest name on the market that Yankee fans want this offseason, but he'd be a great fit there. 1, because they already have his brother, according to my predictions, and 2, because of that extremely short porch in right at Yankee Stadium. He hit 35 home runs in Seattle last year, and if he's an everyday player in New York, then you could see 40 plus. Outfielder Kyle Schwarber, the Milwaukee Brewers. Yay, the Brewers, finally! Schwarber is coming off a career year that also involved his first All-Star appearance. Milwaukee needs to add a bat, or maybe even 2, and Schwarber would be one of those guys. 32 home runs this year, 38 in 2019, and that's at Wrigley and Nats Park / Fenway. That bat at American Family Field could hit 50, and I'm getting excited just thinking about it. Outfielder Nick Castianos, the Rockies. one of my really bold picks for this offseason. I do believe the Rockies will add one big free agent, and just imagine Castianos' bat at Coors Field. That would be so much fun to watch. Outfielder / first baseman, Mark Canha. Signs with the Marlins. Pena is a nice pickup, but they'll need more than just him if they want to compete next year. Miami trade their entire starting outfield at the deadline and will be looking for some new guys out there. Canha is one of the more underrated guys on the market. Outfielder Tommy Pham, the Marlins. Yeah, they're not done yet. He wasn't great in San Diego, but was in Tampa a couple years back. Now he's back in Florida, just in a different city. Adding Pena, Canha, and Pham with their starting pitching, they're going to be competing for the East next year. Outfielder Starlin Marte, the Yankees. He's one of the more interesting guys in the market. He's coming off a career year and has been a very good player his entire career, but he's also 33, so lots of teams may not want to commit to a 3 to 4 year contract with him. Yankees would probably be willing to give out that type of contract because, well, they're the Yankees. They also need to upgrade from a 37-year-old Brett Gardner out there in center field. Utility man Chris Taylor, the Phillies. The Phillies need help in a few places, and 2 of those are at short and the outfield. Good news for them is he can play both. Overall, he's a very good utility player who the Phillies would love to have after losing Didi, Herrera, and McCutchen to free agency. Outfielder Avi Garcia, the New York Mets. The Mets get another big bat to go with Chris Bryant. Garcia is coming off an amazing year and would be a great fit in the Mets outfield. Outfielder Michael Conforto, the Rangers. I think Conforto is just going to go to whoever gives him the most money, and the Rangers will shell out a lot for one of these guys. He's a good player, but the Rangers will probably overpay. DH Nelson Cruz, the Mariners. Originally I had the Mariners getting JD Martinez, but he opted in over the weekend, so I gave them now the best DH in the market in Nelson Cruz. A big bat for that decent lineup already in Seattle. Left-handed starting pitcher, Carlos Rodon, the Los Angeles Angels. The Angels are actually serious about getting Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani to the playoffs. Having a rotation of Rodon, Stroman, and Ohtani while also adding Baez in the lineup would make them a legitimate American League West contender. Left-handed starting pitcher, Clayton Kershaw, re-signs with the Dodgers. I wouldn't be mad if he goes somewhere else, and there's actually a decent chance he will, but I just don't see him anywhere except in a Dodgers uniform. Left-handed starter, Eduardo Rodriguez, the Giants. The Giants lose Cueto and DeSclafani, but pick up Rodriguez from the Red Sox to help replace at least one of those guys in their rotation. Starting pitcher, Zach Greinke, the Mariners. Another really bold pick for me. The Mariners need 2 things this offseason. A good starter to go at Chris Flexen and Logan Gilbert, and veteran leadership. They can add both of those to the team by adding Greinke. Might not be the most obvious fit, but it makes a lot of sense for a Mariners team who's trying to find their true identity in 2022. Starting pitcher, Justin Verlander, the Detroit Tigers. I'm not just predicting this because it'd be cool for him to finish his career where it started, but let's be honest, it would be pretty darn cool. It's kind of the same situation as Greinke to Seattle. Of course they have a veteran leader in Miguel Cabrera, but they do need someone to guide the young arms like Mize, Skubal, and Manning while also being really good. Closer, Rafael Iglesias, signs with the Phillies. Philadelphia did improve their bullpen in 2021, but they still didn't have that one shutdown guy. Iglesias would be that guy for a very desperate Phillies team. Closer Kenley Jansen re-signs with the Dodgers. Jansen is kind of like Kershaw. Of course not as legendary, but I just can't see him in a different uniform. Reliever Kendall Graveman, the Seattle Mariners. After being traded from Seattle mid-season, they reunite again this offseason as the Mariners show how serious they truly are about winning next season. Reliever Ryan Tapara, the Chicago White Sox. He only got better as he was traded from the north to the south side at the trade deadline. White Sox will not want to lose his arm. Left-handed reliever Andrew Chafin to the Milwaukee Brewers. Let's go, the Brewers again. One of the better bullpen options on the market. And let's be honest, he kind of just looks like Milwaukee Brewer. He's coming off a career year. He had trouble in 2020, but was great in 2017 through 2019. Milwaukee would have one of their better bullpens in baseball. Josh Hader, Devin Williams, and now Andrew Chafin. That would also go along with the best rotation in baseball too. Not too bad. Pitcher, Colin McHugh, re-signs with the Tampa Bay Rays. I know he was mostly part of the bullpen last year, but I wouldn't be shocked to see Tampa bring him back to mostly be a starter as they are kind of thin there. Closer, Mark Melancon, re-signs with the Padres. San Diego has shown they are more than willing to spend money, and I can't see that stopping to not bring back their all-star closer. Outfielder Adam Duvall, re-signs with the Atlanta Braves. He was great in a small amount of games in 2019, a shortened season in 2020, and was a big part to their championship run this season. Starting pitcher, Corey Kluber, the Padres. They aren't just adding Melancon in the bullpen, but the Padres went into 2021 as one of the better rotations in MLB, or at least we thought. Darvish, Snell, and Paddock all were big disappointments, so expect them to go after a good but not elite starter. Corey Kluber was exactly that in 16 games with the Yankees in 2021. And finally, the last free agent I have in this video is starting pitcher Anthony DeSclafani signs with the Philadelphia Phillies. Lastly, the Phillies get a much needed upgrade in their rotation. There's a lot of solid candidates for the Phillies to add there. They had a versatile bat in Chris Taylor, a top reliever in the market in Raisel Iglesias, and now a pretty decent starter too. Will that be enough for this Phillies team to compete for the NL East though? I guess we'll find out.
And that's the top 40 free agents, at least in my opinion, and where they're going to sign this offseason. Did I not mention someone that you think is a top 40 free agent? Hey, maybe I just forgot, or maybe I thought he was just outside there. Let me know who that is. Let me know where you think he and everyone else I mentioned is going to sign down in the comments below. Always love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions as always. But if you guys did enjoy, leave a like. Really, really appreciate you guys. Absolute beautiful day. Go Brewers. I'll see you in my next video.